engaging the community since 1970. This is WIS Awareness.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us today. I'm your host, Leland Pender. Our topic today, kidney disease awareness and kidney failure. It's something that largely affects the black community, and according to the Kidney Foundation, more than 35% of all patients in the U.S. receiving dialysis for kidney failure are African American. High rates of diabetes, high blood pressure, and heart disease are among the causes that contribute to this. Now, this morning, I'm joined here by Tanya Hamilton of the Kidney Foundation here in South Carolina. Thank you for being here, Tanya.
Thank you for having me here.
You yourself are a kidney failure survivor and a kidney transplant survivor, and you now work with the foundation to better educate folks about this issue and bring awareness to it. What have you been able to do with the Kidney Foundation in that effort?
With the Kidney Foundation, I've been able to work with the team to provide education and awareness of kidney disease in South Carolina, most importantly in the black community, because as you said, the black community has a higher rate of kidney failure, kidney disease, mostly because of our diets, high blood pressure, and diabetes. So with that, we have done fundraising, we have had educational seminars, we've gone to churches and provided education with churches. Also, we've done different activities in the community just to bring awareness. We participated with the Kidney Foundation Walk. We've also participated in the dialysis centers, providing education there. But most importantly, what we have done during the last 2 years is to have a gala to bring awareness to kidney disease and also to honor those who work in the field of kidney disease and renal.
Let me stop you right there. We will get to the gala here in just a few minutes. And you were seeing some video of a kidney walk previously held here in Columbia, the one happening in 2018, coming up in March, so a couple months away. But before we move in that direction, tell me about your personal story and surviving a kidney transplant. Well, kidney failure first and then a transplant.
Well, my story is a little different. I was actually born with only one kidney, and the other kidney only functioned 50%. So I kind of grew up with renal disease. And as time went on, my kidney function declined, and it got to the point where I needed to be on dialysis. I actually wanted to wait for a kidney instead of being on dialysis because I just was afraid of dialysis. All of the stories that we hear, people being in centers for hours, not feeling well after the procedures. So what my doctor told me was, you need to do PD, which is peritoneal dialysis, which is done at home while you sleep. And I was working full-time, so this was a better fit for me. I was on PD for a year and a half, actually, not too long. I was officially told that I would be on dialysis anywhere between 4 to 6 years because of my blood type. I have B-positive blood type, which is the most common to need a kidney disease, but also the hardest to find. And also I have high antibodies, is what they said. Anybody who has high antibodies is also very difficult to find a kidney to match. My sister was actually a match, but when they put our blood together, my blood just killed it. So if they would have implanted her kidney, it would have automatically been a failure.
Wow, okay.
Yes. And so I had to wait 4 years actually on the list. Although I was only on dialysis for a year and a half, I was on the list for 4 years.
Wow.
And I actually received what they call a cadaver donor. I didn't receive a living donor. Yes.
And how long ago was that, and how are you doing today?
Well, actually, I'm doing great.
Okay, good.
January will be 4 years.
Okay, great.
So I'm happy about that. I haven't had any problems with my transplanted kidney, and I'm basically able to do what I want, eat what I want in moderation.
Right.
Because I don't want to return to kidney failure.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So that's definitely some good news. Glad to kind of get the short version of your story that has a happy ending.
Thank you, thank you.
Tell me, who's at risk for this? Of course, it affects our community more than others. Is it younger people, middle-aged people, older people? Who's the most at risk?
Anyone can be at risk for kidney failure.
Okay.
It depends on, like I said, your diet. It depends on exercise, high blood pressure. We also have people who have polycystic kidney disease. That's another high group where their kidneys actually have tumors attached to it. And that is hereditary. So people with that type of kidney disease also have kidney failure. There's no way around it with polycystic kidney disease. It's just going to happen.
Wow.
And so they are a large group that are on dialysis and also receiving kidney transplants.
Okay, well, tell us about going back to your work with the Kidney Foundation. You guys have a big event coming up next year. It's a couple months away.
Yes.
But right now, you're beginning the process of fundraising and planning and getting all your ducks in a row. What goes into that?
It's a lot of work. What we need now is a sponsorship for a venue. Previously, we've had our events at the Saluda Shows this year, and the previous year was the Art Museum, Columbia Art Museum. And so this year, with limited funds, we actually need a venue who's willing to sponsor the event, and with ticket sales, hopefully we'll be able to raise the funds that we need to support the Kidney Foundation. That's our goal.
The purpose, yeah. Go into more of the purpose of this gala.
The purpose of the gala is to raise money for the Kidney Foundation. That provides, can I have accidents? I'm sorry. That provides money and services for people who are on transplants. Who need dialysis and who are waiting to receive transplants. So they provide education, they provide money to start your fundraiser for a kidney transplant, because people who have very little or no insurance, you have to raise money for a transplant. And it's about $200,000 just for the surgery itself. And you also have costs after that. You need medications for the rest of your life. And you also need support. You need family members who can support you during that process. After surgery, you have to have someone to take care of you. And if that person has to take off of their jobs, you know, they need money to also sustain themselves.
Right.
And you're off work also, so you have to have money to sustain yourself. And you're out of work about 3 months.
Wow. So what you guys are trying to provide is crucial for a lot of people affected by this.
Yes. Without the funds, some people cannot have transplants. And they'll tell you that you cannot have a transplant without a minimum of $10,000 to start.
What other events do you guys have leading up to the gala? There's a couple other things.
Well, next year, we're actually only going to have one event, which is Dancing with the Doctors and the recognition of our awardees in the community. It's just going to be one event. And at that event, we'll honor a doctor who works with dialysis and renal failure, a nurse, someone who is on dialysis, and someone who has had a transplant. That has always been our goal, to honor people who are working in the field, and also the persons who are receiving treatment or who have received transplants.
Well, thank you so much for being here this morning and your great work with the Kidney Foundation.
Yes.
And again, so glad your story had a positive, happy ending.
Yes.
I'm glad you're here today. Let's pop up the details. If you want to learn more about the Kidney Foundation here in South Carolina, or talk with Mrs. Hamilton here, you can contact, her colleague, Stephanie Tucker, who's Executive Director of the Foundation, 803-799-3870, extension 621, or go online to National Kidney Foundation TeamSC.org. Well, coming up next here on Awareness, it was a long road for one local mom on her way to a doctorate degree, but she earned it. And more than a decade later, what she's doing to help others in situations now that were similar to hers.
Monica, it is absolute chaos out here. Gale force winds, accumulations up to 8 inches. Don't know if you can even hear me.
What's he doing?
Can we get a shot of this cold front right here? Winter has arrived. Woo!
Progress is an unstoppable force. Brace yourself for the Season of Audi sales event. Get exceptional offers now during the Season of Audi sales event.
Jane Doe has been injured in a car wreck. Your firm's mission? Help Jane get her money faster.
Consider it done.
Anything is possible when George Sink Injury Lawyers is on the case. Lost wages?
Call all nines.
Medical bills? Pain and suffering?
You just get well. Call all nines. We'll take care of the rest.
They said it was impossible.
We help you get your money faster.
Your troubles will self-destruct in 9 seconds.
Call George Sink Injury Lawyers now.
Dial nines. All nines.
Have a great day, Miss Dolores. See you next time.
Thank you.
Miss Dolores, it looks like we need your insurance card.
Okay, I have them right here.
You need Prime.
And what's that?
Prime is the newest free healthcare program for seniors. Prime is designed to make it easier for you to receive all of your healthcare benefits. You need to call SC Thrive.
Real people, steel people. Professionals demand dependability on the job. Homeowners expect long-lasting value. And servicing steel dealers provide friendly, knowledgeable support. Right now, pick your power, fuel, or battery and get a great value on a Stihl blower, starting at just $129.95. Get yours now, only at your local Stihl dealer. Visit StihlDealers.com or search STIHL.
Welcome back to Awareness this morning, and right now I'm joined by Dr. Katrina Spiegner. She's a consultant for community engagement for the Ida Quincy Newman Institute for Peace and Social Justice at USC's College of Social Work, and also an instructor in the master's program. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm delighted to be here.
Thank you for coming. And as I was saying before the break, it's been a long road for you to kind of get to where you are today. And now you're in a position to help others, and that's exactly what you're trying to do.
Yes.
But before we get to that part, let's talk about your role at USC and the time you spent at the Sisters of Charity Foundation of South Carolina before that.
Yes. So I was actually at the foundation, the Sisters of Charity Foundation of South Carolina, for almost a decade. And that role was absolutely amazing because the foundation's mission is really deeply rooted in understanding the root causes of poverty, exploring generational poverty. And so we were able to look at populations, disenfranchised populations across the state of South Carolina, to gain a further understanding of their plight, and then work with organizations through funding to provide opportunities to address those root causes and those elements or dynamics that come with living in generational poverty. So it was an amazing journey to there even.
Right. And so how did that apply in your own life? How did that apply to you, or did it apply to you?
Absolutely. I arrived at the foundation after just this journey of my own in really recognizing the power in helping others. Because earlier in my life, I was separated in a marriage that I had been in for many years, and had a high school diploma, Leland, and determined that I needed to do something that would be very different than society said or statistics said that women raising children in our society, those statistics aren't very good as it relates to being a single mother. And so I decided that I needed to do something, and education was my way back to being able to help myself to have a sustainable plan and lifestyle for my children. And so my education was that path, and so getting to Sisters of Charity was as a result of that educational path. I went to undergrad in the evening at Columbia College, and then went straight into the master's program at the University of South Carolina.
And let's talk about that. There's so many parts to your story, but they all are intertwined, obviously.
They really are.
In the early 2000s, you mentioned you were recently separated after being married for quite some time. You had 2 kids, and you were looking to get a new start and a path forward in life. Tell us about that time in your life.
That time was very challenging. My children were very young. And again, I thought, you know, I want something different for their lives. And so when I entered into the school system back in at Columbia College in undergrad, I really thought I had lost my mind, Leland. I thought, who does this? I'm too old to be doing this, right? So I did it shaking in my boots. But one of the things that kept me very present and kept me there was a desire to do something and to be something different. And so I continued on that journey day in and day out, working 2 part-time jobs during the day, going to school in the evening, and graduating ultimately in 2001 summa cum laude. I've got to say that, yes, because that was quite a feat. And then I went straight into the master's program, as I said before, at the University of South Carolina, still with those 2 little children, working those jobs, and graduated with the faculty's highest honor for academic success. And so I don't share that to brag. I share it because I believe that that's the voice that I share with so many women and so many single parents who are going through educational systems of higher education right at this very moment, and they're single parents and they are facing tremendous challenges. You know, I've talked to students along the way as they think about how do I do this? How do I navigate this as a single parent? What about transportation? What about childcare? My rent is due. I don't have the money. And these are brilliant students. And oftentimes, this is a full circle moment, because oftentimes they are first generational college students. No one in their family has ever been able to get to this point. And so they arrive in these classrooms facing tremendous challenges. And now that I'm standing on the other side with this awesome opportunity and privilege to be a professor, my heart hears them. I don't just hear them with my ears, I hear them with my heart, because I sat in those seats with some of those same challenges. And so my heart's desire was to not just to continue to hear their story, but to then do something, right? To call myself to action. You know, I'm in a role in the College of Social Work at USC where there is a call to action, right? So we are always engaging our students with a call to action. Well, I felt like it was my time to call myself to action.
Well, let's talk about that here after the break, that call to action. You wanted to do more than just be a teacher and be a listening ear, as you said. So after the break, what Dr. Spigner is doing now to have a more direct and even more positive impact on her students' lives.
If you or a loved one was diagnosed with mesothelioma or asbestos-related lung cancer, call now. Americans who worked in shipyards, refineries, steel mills, power plants, or chemical companies could have been exposed unnecessarily. Because of companies' negligence, U.S. courts have ordered many to put aside billions of dollars for victims. Call now to see if you are eligible for a cash award. You could receive money without going to court or even filing a lawsuit.
Call 1-800-393-4312. That's 1-800-393-4312.
Insurance company giving you the runaround? Dial all twos now.
Don't scream, call Allegheny.
We got a $400,000 settlement for a client who was injured when a driver fell asleep.
To get your attorney, dial all twos.
WIS loves to share stories of people making a difference, people who work to build a better community. If you know someone who should be highlighted as a community builder, nominate them at wistv.com/builder.
If you're eligible for Medicare, you can get more with the WellCare Medicare Advantage Plan. We provide more than original Medicare. More plans, more options, more choices of doctors and hospitals. And with a PPO plan, more freedom to see your preferred doctor. All at an affordable price. We offer plans with zero or low premiums and copays. Enjoy more coverage with extra benefits like dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drugs with free home delivery. Plus, free transportation, free healthcare items, and free fitness center membership. WellCare also gives more access to a large network of pharmacies and doctors. For more than 30 years, we focused on connecting members to the care they need. Get more with WellCare. Call now. We can answer questions and help you enroll over the phone. Call 1-866-360-8139.
Welcome back to Awareness this morning. Joined again by Dr. Katrina E. Spigner from USC's College of Social Work. So before the break, you were telling us how, for you, it was a long road to just have success on your own after some events in your life. And it's been about 15 years since you finished your doctorate and work at USC. Sorry, don't do any math there. But today, you're in a great position and place to help others because you saw yourself, those struggles, and some of your current students in recent years. So tell us about this endowment fund you've created to help your students.
Well, as I said, I came back to teaching at the University of South Carolina, which was a tremendous honor. Imagine 15 years ago sitting in those seats and now being able to be a catalyst for inspiring this next generation, and so I'm extremely honored to be there. But I was able, as you said, to start to see myself in some of those students who were showing up and having conversations with me after class about the challenges they were facing, some of the dilemmas they were finding themselves in, and I always offered encouragement. You know, I thought, well, let me just encourage you on this journey. But beyond the encouragement, Leland, I felt like it was time for me to do something. And I have this whole thinking around voice and what it means to use our voices in various ways. And I thought, what is the best use of my voice? How can I position my voice in this moment that will be lasting and would make a difference? And so with that, I decided to create this endowment, the Dr. Katrina E. Speichner Endowment Fellowship Fund. And this fund is really specifically designed to help students like me, like others who show up as single custodial parents in the College of Social Work. And now they'll have funding, debt-free funding, that will be able to be dispersed to them when they find themselves in certain hardships. And so this will exist in perpetuity, meaning it will help others for generations to come. And so it was a tremendous feeling, a tremendous blessing to feel like I've been able to create something that will give back. And I say it's the gift that keeps giving. And so it'll give back for generations to come, and I'm absolutely thrilled about this opportunity.
It's just been established in September.
Yes.
So you guys are just getting going. Hopefully by next year you'll be awarding some of these recipients.
Yes.
What is your goal? We talked about 5 or so a year possibly with this. 5 students.
Our goal is to be able to help at least 5 students a year
just
at $1,000, just getting started at $1,000 each. As the endowment grows, and we want it to grow, and so we've been engaging others to come and be a partner in helping to grow this particular endowment. But as it grows over time, the goal is to be able to disperse more money every year. And so students will have an opportunity to apply for that funding. They have to be in good standing, good students, and be able to apply to receive the scholarship.
How did you arrive at this endowment fund being the way you were going to make a difference? Were there other ideas you considered? How did you land on this one?
Well, I landed on this one because of where I got my roots. It was almost this sense of blooming where I was planted. And so having that be a part of my own journey, I thought, why not give back where my heart is? Why not give back to where I'm passionate about? Why not give back where I have influence? You know, one of the things about our voices is that when we harness the power of our voice, it allows us to master our influence. And so for me, this is a voice legacy, and it allows my voice, the voice of others, to live on far beyond the time that we're there, but to make a difference and an impact in a very meaningful way.
If you want to learn more about the endowment fund at USC under Dr. Speichner's name, we have the info for you right here. You can contact sc.edu/giving/givenow/education, and make sure you select the social work tab, and the fund number is 822-128. If you have any questions, give them a call at 803-777-3902. And I want to ask you about your kids. You know, I would imagine, obviously, that the whole reason for your whole life's journey, from where you were to where you are, what was that like for them back then, and how are they doing today?
My kids are phenomenal. They're adults now, and I also have grandchildren at this point, you know. And when I was actually going through that, it was very, very challenging, Leland, as you can imagine, and as I talked about it. And one of my dearest friends said to me, if you can hold on here, your life is going to look totally different 10 years from now. If you can just get through this educational journey, your life is going to look totally different. And now when I look at my children and recognize that they were on that journey with me, that they were able to see what I modeled as I went through that journey, and I look at who they are as adults and what they are now imparting into their children, it speaks to the power of legacy. It speaks to the power of voice. They are amazing young people. I'm not saying that because they are my children. They really are amazing. And my grandsons are amazing as well. And so it was just a tremendous blessing to have them on that journey. I think they learned some critical life lessons as we navigated that together. And as they lead their lives, I'm seeing the manifestation of some of that.
And that makes you very happy.
It makes me very proud.
It was all worth it.
It was worth it all. Yes.
Let's pop up those details one more time to learn more about that endowment fund. If you maybe want to apply in the future, want to donate in the future.
Donate in the future.
Yeah, please feel free to contact Dr. Spigner or her staff and colleagues at USC's College of Social Work. We'll be right back here on Awareness.
What do you think Christmas is all about?
The birth of Jesus. When Jesus got born. It's about the birth of Jesus. It's his birthday. So it's really special. He was born to help the world. He has made the world a better place.
He's a real gift.
Every smile of yours should be a sight to see. Every smile should say it beautifully. That beautiful smile, healthy and bright. That beautiful grin with teeth so white. Elite Smiles Dental, making every smile count. Just what the doctor ordered, Triangle Pharmacy.
Your family's health is important to you, so you want to have the confidence that you'll be taken care of. Our friendly, professional staff will guide you, offering straight advice and setting you on the right path to recovery. That's just the guidance you need, and just what the doctor ordered.
Just what the doctor ordered, Triangle Pharmacy.
A car wreck can come at you fast.
So you need a law firm that moves even faster.
Call George Sink Injury Lawyers at 999-9999. We have the experience to help you get your money faster.
And we'll stand by you every step of the way.
I'm Attorney George Sink, and this is my son.
Attorney George Sink.
If you've been hurt on the highway
or hurt on the job,
call all 9.
That's 999-9999.
We're here to help you.
Side by side.
Call George Sink Injury Lawyers at 999-9999 now.
Thank you to both my guests this morning. Dr. Spigner is still sitting here with me. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And have a great rest of your morning. And thank you for joining us here on WIS Awareness.